Hello everybody, welcome to a brand new reading vlog, a brand new video. We are back at it and I'm so excited. I feel like everyone and their mother has been sleeping on these new June book releases. That's exactly what we're doing in this video. We are reading the new June book releases, the highly anticipated releases, the ones that I just kind of forgot were coming out, which was bad of me to be honest. I've got a few at the ready. I actually have physical copies for once, which is rare for me. I've been doing a lot of book shopping recently, which isn't necessarily a good thing, but I'm not gonna stop. I'm not necessarily in a book slump, but I'm struggling to sit down and read of an evening, which hasn't really happened to me before, and I'm just struggling a little bit. Hopefully filming this video is going to motivate me because I'm really excited for these books, and to be honest, I just want to get them read, and I feel like I'm missing out at the moment, and we don't have to feel that way. We can read these books and cancel that FOMO. I won't tell you all the books we're going to read at the moment, so it'll be a bit exciting, a bit of a surprise, but I will tell you what we're starting with. I think the book I want to start with is the new Frida McFadden housemaid book. I love Frida McFadden. She always does it for me. Every one of her books is as unhinged and iconic as the next. I specifically love the Housemaid series. They're my favourite books by her by far. I love them. And I'm sure this one is going to be the same. I'm here for a good time, not a long time. This will be fast paced, this will be quick, and it will be a page turner, and I'm just excited for some insane plot twists that are so ridiculously unbelievable. You're laughing. That's what this book is going to give. I already know. I know. Me and Frida have a connection. I know that's what this book is going to give, and I'm so excited because I feel like that's what I need to pick me up out of my reading slog. It's not really a slump. I'm just like plodding along and struggling. So without further ado, I'm going to start this and try and get a good chunk in, and I will share my thoughts probably in the morning, because how long will I stay awake for is yet to be discovered. Welcome back to another reading vlog, and let's start The Housemaid is Watching by Frida McFadden, the queen herself. The fact that the first line of this book is "There's blood everywhere." I have never seen so much blood. Frida, I've missed you. I've missed you. Can we take a second? Millie's got 2 kids, which is crazy. I don't want to say who her husband is because it's kind of a spoiler, but yeah, she's married and has 2 kids. Iconic. Iconic. The next morning, I feel like I'm yet to update you guys, but I am in the thick of it now. We all know Frida McFadden loves a plot twist, and her books are just crazy and unhinged, and that's why I love them from the bottom of my heart. We, like I said, are in the trenches. We've just hit part 2. I'm over halfway through. I'm obsessed. It's a page turner, and because we already know the characters and kind of like the vibes from the other 2 housemaid books, it's so easy to get into, and it's so mindless to read, but in the best way. And I'm obsessed. I definitely want to try and finish this today. But like I said, I'm still kind of slumping out a little bit, and I'm struggling to actually sit down and read without getting distracted, which is my main issue. When I actually sit down and read, I really enjoy it, but it's actually the act of doing it that I'm finding difficult. Reading on my Kindle has been helping, thankfully. Yeah, I'm loving this, and I kind of just want to get to the end and just see what's going to go down, because something crazy has just happened. On page 210, if you know, you know, something crazy just happened, and I did not expect it. And so just one thing to say. Is Millie still insufferable? 100%. If anything, she's more insufferable in this book. Still just truly naive and a nightmare, and now she has kids, so she actually has some sort of responsibility other than herself. And you know what? It's worrying. It's worrying, but that's what makes it so good. Frida's done it again. Oh my goodness. I'm so confused. This book is so good that it's giving me actual whiplash. What? Literally what, the twists and turns are truly like nothing I've ever experienced. My jaw is on the floor. What? Literally what? Like I don't know who to believe. I don't know who's telling the truth. I don't know anything anymore. Like my trust issues have never been this present, raging. Like I just am unwell. I'm 75% through. I'm on chapter 59. I'm reaching the end and I'm so excited to see what's going to go down. Like, I have no idea where this is going to go, and that's my favourite type of thriller. Like, I can't even begin to predict, and I know even if I tried to predict a Freida McFadden book, I'd be wrong. There's no universe in which I am able to predict what's going to happen at the end of this book. Just no way. I'm speechless. I'm speechless. I'm very pleased to inform you all that I have finished Housemaid is Watching by Freida McFadden. Oh my goodness. This just hit so hard and I loved it. I love the Housemaid books. The Housemaid books are my favourite Freida McFadden books. I've read quite a few, but I just love the Housemaid books. It's nice sticking with the same characters. You're getting more of their story, which is fun. Millie is still naive and infuriating, but it's now kind of borderlining being iconic somehow. Can't really say a lot about the plot of this book without it just being total spoilers for all the books, but essentially this one is set quite a long time after the last book, and Millie's married, has a family, and it's their shenanigans that they get up to. Is it life-changing? No. Is it the best thriller I've ever read? Not really, but it's unhinged and you will not guess the plot twist. There is like no ounce of your being that will be able to guess the twists. Like there's multiple. You will be 10 pages from the end and you still have no idea what's going to happen, which I just love. It really keeps me on my toes and it feels like an adventure reading a thriller like this, and I love that. I still don't love this as much as the first one, but I think I preferred it to the second one, and I ended up giving it a 4-star. I really did enjoy it, and it was exactly what I needed to read to help kind of, not that I was slumping, but just revive me a little bit because I was struggling slightly. As I've said multiple times, I feel like this book was kind of unnecessary, but if you love the Housemaid books, definitely read it because it didn't disappoint. That's the best way I can put it. It's unnecessary, but well received. So I gave this 4 stars, and safe to say, another Freida Slay. Like, another Freida Slay. I just love Freida McFadden. I love her books. In terms of our next book for this video, I have an arc that I need to read. So this book doesn't come out until, I believe, July 2nd. And I thought, well, if I'm going to read it anyway, I may as well put it in this video because that's just more fun. The book is Hiding Him by Adam Hatton. Now, I love Disney World and I loved watching Disney vlogs. And Adam Hatton is a Disney vlogger. And I've been watching him for years. And when I found out he was releasing a book, first of all, I pre-ordered it straight away because vibes, but I then requested the arc on NetGalley and she got approved instantly. So we have the arc. I'm so excited. I feel like I'm going to be biased here, like, because I just love Adam so much. So I feel like Bessie's going to be biased, but you know what? I will give you my honest thoughts and I will tell you how I find it. It's his debut novel. He's written kids books and like travel guides before, but his debut novel, and it's essentially a LGBTQ romance vibe, and I'm so excited. I haven't read anything like this before. I started it like very briefly and it's very much giving Heartstopper energy, and I'm just here for that because Heartstopper has my heart, truly. So I need to get a bit further in to give you some real thoughts, but I'm really enjoying it so far. I think I'm only like 5-10% in, but it's a vibe. It's easy to read, and I'm kind of planning on just sitting and reading most of it tonight. Hopefully, like, the weather's nice, sitting with the doors open and doing some reading. I feel like that's a good plan for me, especially because I've been stuck inside at work all day. We shall see if I stay true to my word and actually do those things, because that's the next hurdle, actually being productive and reading my book rather than sitting and scrolling on TikTok, because my TikTok habits have been rife recently and it's not pleasant. I don't even enjoy it, but I'm still scrolling and it's doing my head in. So yeah, let's read some more of Hiding Him and I will come back to you, give you my honest thoughts and have a little chat about the book, but I'm really excited. Thank you for the art, because I can't believe this. We are on chapter 3. I love the little drawings at the start of each chapter. They're so nice. And I'm just going to sit down and I'm just going to chill. I've got the doors open. The sun is out and it's nice. It's cool, not too hot. It's like the perfect summer eve. Like I said, I'm just going to try and read as much of this as I can. Maybe go and get some snacks in a bit. Probably a cup of tea at some point. And yeah, maybe do a little time lapse. But I'm really excited for this book. I'm enjoying it so far.
these days we'll give back the time we borrowed. One of these nights I won't worry about tomorrow. And one of these moments will stick in my
Just speaking a little bit more about actually what the book is about. So it's an LGBTQ YA high school romance. It's very much giving Heartstopper. It's told from this boy called Cameron's point of view, and he's quite outgoing, quite funny, giving kind of like class clown vibes, but he has some like rift with some other kids who are not very nice to him. It's kind of giving like giving a mix between Charlie and Nick from Heartstopper. Like it's kind of a mix of both of them, but it's set in a high school, which I just love. But basically the point we're at in the story is we've got Cameron has a crush on this guy, and he's not sure if he's gay or straight. He's not really sure what the situation is, and he's just trying to test the waters a bit, and it's just so cute and so wholesome, and I literally am giggling and squealing and kicking my feet just with the overwhelming cuteness that are these characters. So thoroughly enjoying it so far. It's very addictive, like it's an addictive book. It's a page turner, so easy to read and just quite light. I don't know if that's going to change, but that's how I feel at the moment. I'm very pleased to inform you all I finished Hiding Him last night by Adam Hatton. I loved it, and I knew I was going to enjoy it because I feel like I'm just biased because I feel because it's his debut novel, I just feel proud. When I read a debut novel, I genuinely do just feel proud, and sometimes that makes me a bit biased, but I don't even feel like this was the case for this book. I'm lost for words. It was amazing. It was phenomenal. Like, I kind of even had the 5-star feeling, which is insane for a book like this, in the sense that I don't usually give like a 5-star to kind of just a romance, like silly little romance book, and this was more than a silly little romance book, 100%. This was the perfect level of sweetness, angst, wholesome vibes, like the giggling, kicking your feet, cute vibes, emotion. Like, it was just the perfect balance of everything. I pretty much read the whole thing in one sitting, which is saying a lot, especially because I was slumping out. I feel like this has gotten me out of my slump, which is insane to say, and I am so happy. I love all the characters. They felt real, they felt sincere, and just like the dedication of this book like set me up for a phenomenal read. Let me read you the dedication. The dedication is literally for the boy who didn't get his teenage love story and other queer people who missed out. I mean, what? Like, that just set me up. Like, I knew the book felt very heartfelt and raw and like taken. You could tell that it was written from the heart, you know? And I love books like that. I ended up giving it a 4.5. I am not shocked. Like, I just didn't think I was going to enjoy it as much as I did, which I'm so happy that I did, because it was a phenomenal read, and one that I'm sure not many people are going to be talking about. It comes out 2nd of July. I think this video might be up slightly before then. The 2nd of July. It gives hearts. If you loved Heartstopper, you will love this. Obviously, Heartstopper's like graphic novels. This is like if you have read the graphic novels in like a day, because they're so good and they're so quick to read. Read this, because it is literally identical Heartstopper vibes, and I was eating it up. I loved it. I just want to say congratulations to Adam. To write this as a debut, I was reading it and I was like, oh my god, this is a debut. Like, wow. It's probably one of the best debut novels I've ever read, I think. Would go as far to say. Thank you again from the publisher on NetGalley for the ARC, because I'm so blessed, and I have a signed copy coming in the post in the next like week when it releases, which I get excited for. It's going to take a proud place on my shelf, 100%. And I urge you all, if you loved Heartstopper, or you just love a UK high school romance like this, because you don't get that a lot. You don't get a UK high school romance a lot. They're all set in America, and this was just UK vibes, and I kind of love that. And it also had Taylor Swift and High School Musical references. I'm a High School Musical girl. That is like my thing. So this, I was like, no way. Taylor Swift and High School Musical in the literal same sentence, on the floor. On the floor. Highly, highly recommend. 4.5 stars. Screaming, crying, throwing up. This was the cutest thing ever, and I loved it. On to the next book. I think for the third book in this video, we've got to read Not in Love by Ali Hazelwood. I have read every single one of Ali Hazelwood's books. Every single one. and some of them I love, some of them I don't like as much. I'm really excited to see how this goes. Her feminist novels tend to be my favourite. I've heard this is her spiciest book yet, but then people said Bride was spicy, and I was like, was it? Was it really? So we'll see. I do just love her writing, and I'm quite excited for this, and I feel like it'll be a good read, like, for how I'm feeling right now. And it literally just came out. So I've heard mixed reviews. No, I'm not even going to say that. I haven't heard the best reviews. But we'll see. We're going to leave it a go. And I'll give you all my thoughts and my updates and tell you what I think. Because I'm excited for this. Let's go. Let's go. I've literally just opened the book and it says they're eager to make a connection but not sure how to go through except through a physical relationship. I think the result is this is less of a rom-com and more of an erotic romance. Oh my god, okay. This is going to be heavier than I'm expecting. Okay, now I'm excited. Hello, we do an update. I do have hiccups. I hope I can film this with hiccups. It is so unbelievably hot in the UK right now. We're having a heat wave. I am not complaining whatsoever. I do feel like all British people talk about is the weather. So it's unbelievably hot in this room. The windows are wide open. It's doing nothing. But I do have control over. It's how I feel about Not in Love by Hazelwood. I am a grand percent. Okay, I thought it was further. I'm 39% into this book. I'm not gonna lie, it was a little bit of a slow start. There was a lot of science words and information to take in, but I'm really enjoying it. Essentially, Rue, the FMC, is working for this company and she goes on a hookup one-night stand dating app. She meets this guy and they meet up and she ends up running into trouble with somebody. So he steps in and helps her out. Anyway, they don't end up doing the whole one-night stand thing. They just agree to part ways. Anyway, the next morning, she goes into work and her work's having some troubles. There's this company trying to take over her company and there's some rift. People are worried about their jobs. But anyway, one of the guys who's trying to take over the company that she works for is the guy from the night before, is Eli from the night before. So kind of like enemies to lovers in a way. They both kind of want different things, sort of like workplace romance. It's a STEM romance. It's just vibes. And you're starting to get to know the characters better. They both have a lot of past trauma and we're really starting to get to know the characters, which is fun. I'm not quite hooked as of yet. I think I need a little bit longer, but I'm enjoying it. And I'm fully intending on sitting and reading for the next couple of hours because I am genuinely enjoying it. Just thought I'd give you a little update on Not in Love by Ali Hazelwood. I remember the last thing I said, really enjoying it, and everyone was saying it's the spicy. Oh, the dog's under the chair. Teddy, what are you doing? When everyone said it was the most feral, spiciest book yet, they weren't joking. But amongst all that, she stays very true to her style with the developed characters and the not complex plot, but it just has a really good plot to it, and characters are really well developed, and it's just overall vibes, and I'm really enjoying it genuinely. I'm very close to finishing. I have literally less than 100 pages left. I'm gonna sit and finish it now, and I'll give you my final thoughts. But I love all the characters. I just don't really have anything bad to say about it at the moment. I got a little lost maybe like 50 pages ago, but I'm back in it now, and I'm just really enjoying it. I don't know why I'm surprised. I'm not surprised because I love Ali Hazelwood books, but I've heard very mixed things and I wasn't sure, but I love it. I'm obsessed. That was so good. Okay, I'm gonna give you my proper thoughts. Okay, let's talk about Not in Love by Ali Hazelwood. I'm kind of sitting on a rating for this, right? I just said before, I loved it. And I do love Ali Hazelwood's books, but her last couple have been a bit hit or miss for me. I haven't loved them. And I think it just shows her STEMinist novels are where my heart is with her writing. And I just loved the balance that was in this book. I agree with people when they said that it was definitely her spiciest book, 100%. So you have that element, then you also have kind of the intimacy of the relationship between the characters and just the raw, realistic, just like painfully beautiful vibes. And I was so happy to see one of these like spicier romance books that actually had a interesting plot. There's like not, like sometimes you read these books and you can just tell the plot points are put in for the sake of it. This felt crafted, thought out, and like the plot points had purpose, which I loved. I really truly love this. Ali Hazelwood did an amazing job. I'm just trying to think of my rating. I don't know if it's a 5-star, but I think I'm gonna give it a 4.75. There were like just points where I got slightly lost and the science aspect was just slightly tedious. But very, very minimally, like for 90% of this book, I was hooked. So I think for that reason, I'm gonna give it a 4.75. I loved it. I'd highly recommend you read this. I feel like I get why some people didn't like this, because it is quite different to her other books. But in my opinion, in a good way. Highly, highly enjoyed this. Oh, loved it. With that all being said, I just want to say thank you to everyone who watched this video. I think there's going to be another one of these videos coming because I have multiple books that I want to read that have just been released. So my TBR cart is full and I'm ready to bring more content. Thank you again, everyone, for watching this video. Like it if you liked it, subscribe for more reading vlogs, more chatty, rambly reading vlogs, and I hope you have a lovely rest of your week, and I will see you when I see you. Bye!